Hi guys! I have to be incognito now. What with 10, you heard me, 10 subscribers. Welcome to Zen Rantero. It's time for a pick of your own gods. That's enough foolishness. This is a very serious subject, and I know people are depending on me for answers. How about you take a breath too? Well, we made it to May. Anyhow. And, for those sweet peas, the nasturtiums and the hollyhocks are also up, but they're kind of heavy and cumbersome. So, everything is growing over here. Today, we're going to try something different. We are going to do one of my favorite topics, nail polish. I don't ever nail polish my hands, but I always keep my toes polished. And today, we have a lovely color called Endless Blue, followed by the Pearl Unicorn. What a great name, Unicorn. Kind of, yeah. What color is a unicorn? And, Ruby Red, of course. So, without further ado, let me begin shuffling. We will be using my old tried and true Rider weights and my little collector Rider weight for clarification. Been a little busy this morning and feeling a little rushed, so I hope you'll just sort of chill down with me a bit. And let's talk a little bit about the tarot. And for all you newcomers, what's the purpose of this? Well, if you're just a fun seeker, you can treat it like a little horoscope, a little thought for the day, a little something to put a twinkle in your eye. How's that? If you are woke into that kind of spiritually stuff, the theory being that you need to hear this. That it doesn't matter when you watch this, where you watch it, it's meant to be. Whatever you hear today is what you're supposed to hear. So there's no right, there's no wrong. You can't get it wrong. Oh, I guess we're ready. What popped up? Oh, what a card to pop up. Everybody in the group just went, no. This actually is a card I really like. It's when something that's kind of, well, when something's dying, it's awful. So when it finally dies and you work through the grief of it, the loss of it, and it doesn't have to be a person, or, it could be something as simple as a habit, something that's not serving you. Anyways, death isn't a bad thing. It actually sort of, to me, signals some regrowth and a chance for almost a new start. Although you're not going to reinvent the wheel, but you will have almost a fresh start. Wow. And lots of choices. Ooh. Interesting. So that's kind of the energy, I guess, for these readings. Wow, you guys have been thinking. It's time to shed something, or something will shed. Almost like think of a snake in their skin. It's not like there's no snake left. He just wiggles off, but that skin is dead, gone. He'll never need it again. And even if he did, it's gone. So, all right. Let me bring you down and try to let you see this picking the cards business. There we go. I'm standing up again. I tried that last time, and it worked out pretty good. I do jump around quite a bit. I'm going to cut again, and then I am going to just pull at random. just because I like that. I like to think that I'm giving the message a good chance to fine-tune itself. Ooh, look at that. See? Exactly. It's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know. That one really likes that spot. It's jumping around in my hand there. Alrighty. So, with an energy of a spring, a rebirth, a coming up through the ashes, the phoenix rising out of the ashes. Let's take a breath. Let's pick a color. What color is speaking to you? Which pile is talking to you? Is it ruby red? Is it unicorn or forever blue? Take a breath. There you go. All right. Here we go. I love this part. I love this part. I love this part. All right, here we go. Endless blue, number 1. Blue eyes. Wow. Wow, somebody is going to clean house. There's that other big old black card there that looks nasty and stormy. Interesting, the cards that surround it. Wow. So what's the underneath? What's the root of it? What's circling if you were pouring cement, what's the rebar? What's the underneath, the girding, if you like? It's this feeling of not necessarily success, but success on your terms. So you're happy, you're content, you feel abundant. I like this card. It reminds me of retirement. She's worked hard, she's watched her pennies, and now she's getting to enjoy the fruits of her labor. So just based on this, that's what's been driving you. Maybe it's time to start enjoying the fruits of your labor. Maybe if you're a younger person, it's time to start thinking, what is it that I want to save for? What am I shooting for here? Where are you right now? You're struggling. Something is falling down around you. Maybe you did have a long-term plan. Maybe you really thought, I want to be the next Jacques Cousteau. I'm going to get a boat. I'm going to sail around the world. I'm going to save the coral reef. And you go on your first boat holiday and discover you are violently seasick. So, now what am I going to do? So that's where you are right now. This is like you are feeling, this is bad. This is like really bad. So that's you right now. What's been driving you? You've been hung up. You've just been indecisive. And as a matter of fact, I suspect that's why things are falling down around you. You should have kind of made a move. And what's the old expression? A stitch in time saves 9. Looks like you need 9 stitches. So that's been kind of a little bit of the problem, that you are just almost paralyzed, frozen. You're stuck. But you are looking forward. Let's get a clarifier on that. That big old tower card, that will that'll put the fear in the heart of any card reader, because it literally means well, the Twin Towers. It's just whatever this subject is, it's gonna implode on itself. It's interesting with the Death card, which talks about literally clearing the decks and building from the ground up again. So really in keeping with that. The reason I'm not getting sort of telling you to run out and get a Kevlar vest or build a bomb shelter or anything, is the cards on either side of it. This talks about you're your own worst enemy right here. You are frozen. You can't make up your mind which foot to put first. And where are we going? What do we need to know? It's all right. Look at the contrast in the two cards, sunny and bright. So I think this is a temporary condition of your own making is the first thing that comes to mind. But let's see what the clarifier is. Maybe we can hammer down on this a little bit, see if it's about work, if it's about your neighbor, it's about some relatives. Ooh, those pesky relatives. Come on, Mr. Universe. Endless blues. The endless blues need to know. Oh, look, two cards want to come, and we're going to take them both. This is so crazy. Don't tell me this isn't science, you people. So I says, what's it all about? Here you were. This is what you're shooting for. This is going forward. What's it all about? This. And how important is it? It's your world. If you get this right, this is the attainment card. This is the hallelujah. Yay. Ooh. So I'm thinking, endless blues, get off of this fence. Literally, get down from the fence and maybe just admit to yourself and whoever else is listening, really nobody else cares. We're all so wrapped up in our own crap. But maybe this card is you finally admitting you're beating a dead horse. Bury it and move on. The horse is dead. Okay? And once you do, I think it kind of frees you up to start living this life. OMG, girls, boys, children of all ages. Wow. Let it go. Just you know which side of the fence you need to get off on. Yeah. And it's the opposite side of this. This could be a person. We all know people like this. It's like, just be careful when you're around them, because the day they implode, they may take you with them. But anyways, get rid of that and look what's coming. Oh, write that down. Wow. Well, we might as well stop now, right? All right. Number 2. Unicorn. Wow. First of all, there's only 2 cards. And everything happens for a reason, right? So there's 2 cards. And again, remember we had the death card to just sort of say, how's this whole 3 readings, what's the energy around me and my readings and your energy watching? And it was the death card. And the first people had a very dark scene in their card. And look what you've got. Interesting. So this really is, I'm beginning to believe we are going to be talking a lot about it. So right off the bat, oh, here's my itchy nose. Right off the bat, loss, and a big loss. This is take no prisoners loss. Somebody is not doing you any favors, and yeah, by the time you're done with this, you'll be glad to see the back end of them. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a physical stab, but yes, in many ways, they are not supporting you. As a matter of fact, this person, this energy, where these swords are coming from, is almost feeling a little bit out of control. This guy is galloping along and at quite a clip. That's why I don't see this as a bad. I actually think this is sort of a bad idea that is going to come to with a lot of froth and very little substance. This guy is all about the charge. He doesn't usually hang around for the whole battle. He's just likes to be in the front, charging ahead, slashing and burning. And perhaps you are going to be his latest victim, but I'm not seeing this as like a big deal. Maybe just somebody you need to watch out for, and don't invest too terribly much in them because they may end up stabbing you in the back. We're going to pull a couple we're going to pull a couple of clarifiers because I short shifted you on the other cards. And funnily enough, on the first group when we did it, 2 clarifiers popped out. So the old cards are struggling with their mathematical equations here today. But lots of swords. This is a mind game. Whatever you're playing at here, it's mind. It's analytical. Oh. And, whoa, whoa, whoa. I guess that's why we didn't have a bunch of cards. Oh my. This is cool. All right. Here we go. So yeah, something's happening. You have some activity in your life. And there's a personality involved that's very vivacious, smart cookie. And you're kind of getting caught up, and there's some possibilities, and it sounds great. But you need to be aware there's some history here with sword guy, and it doesn't end well for the person that sword guy was with. So just so as you know, forearmed is forewarned. No, forewarned is forearmed. Gotta work on these old sayings. So then I said, well, what's happening? Well, whatever it is, it's really happening. This is the 8 of Wands. Talks about lots of activity. Things are firing up. It talks about clear sailing, though. In this terms, sometimes I always think about it'll happen, there'll be no problems. But clear sailing in that this guy is so far finding you very malleable. Maybe you're still comfortable. Yeah. What you don't see is these are probably these swords flying at you. Why do I think it's almost a business offer? Because this is juggling money. These 3 popped out together. So this fella is juggling money, his own money. He's trying to figure out how he can participate in something without setting himself back. And he's really struggling. This is a stalemate. This is the equivalent of being on the fence, of don't know whether to cut bait or fish. Oh, another one! Snap! Anyways. So literally she's blindfolded. She can't seem to move forward. And the money isn't moving forward either. And they're both 2s, which always sort of talks about a stalemate. So here you have this, things are a-flying. All systems are supposed to be go, but really everything's stalled. You can see one's juggling and one's just, it's almost like panic, like, ugh. And what's the outcome? What do you need to know going forward? Watch the legalities. Not only is this guy's proposal a little bit half-baked, but it might even be borderline illegal, or certainly not to code. That is straight up to me what I'm getting off this card is just really watch your back end, because I don't think you're ready for this. Along he comes. Oh, it's great. Only got to do this. You only got to find 5 friends to sign up, and yeah, we'll install it, and oh, it's a great deal, and you're just not sure. The money seems different than he said, and now I have to do some juggling. He's not showing up on time. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel right. I don't feel like I'm getting a clear picture. I'm blindfolded. Yeah. It might not be good. So make sure you don't get swept up in the excitement of breaking out of your shell and becoming a multi-millionaire YouTuber. Because if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Ooh, I don't know who I'm channeling today with all these old pioneer sayings. Idiot. Okay. Last but not least, Ruby Red. Ooh, this is a classic. This is a classic. You know, if you're ever struggling, this says fun. This says I'm shy, I'm mysterious. This says I'm a girl who likes to have fun. Guess which is my favorite color? Well, they're all mine, so I guess they could be. All right, number 3, here we go. Oh my goodness. 4 cards fell out for you. What has been the problem? What's been pushing you? The Hermit. Maybe you feel you've been going it alone a little bit. Maybe you're feeling sort of not misunderstood, but just like you're out of step with everybody else. But you're okay. You're feeling good. You don't feel like left in the dark or anything. Your little light's shining. Buddha says, be your own lamp. Think about that. That's them's words to live by. Anyway, so you're not feeling abandoned or anything, but you're feeling alone. And where are you right now? The King of Pentacles. Perhaps that's the energy. Perhaps you are the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a guy who, it does boil down to the money. He just is wired that way. He needs to feel secure. When he's not sort of understanding that money is what we need to live, and he gets caught up in the game of catching all the money, he's a nasty man when he's like that. But I'm not getting that. I just think maybe this is your partner. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit isolated on your own. Maybe you guys aren't rowing in the same boat. And if this is you, maybe you've been giving some thought to other than the group plan. And what do you need to know going forward? Competition. Competition, spurred on by the competition. Are you feeling that you have to compete for something? Is there a competition in your life? Maybe you're competing for a promotion. Maybe you're competing for somebody's attention. And what would be sort of the outcome? Well, it's a good outcome. It's there will be a celebration, not a giant celebration. This is almost like a birthday party type of a celebration, barbecue type of thing. So a little bit of sunny. So, all right, let's see what the, if we can't narrow it down a little better. So we were talking, the overall vibe is this sort of the death of something, and then the cycle of life will pick up. So I'm just trying to look into that and see if we can read that into it. It was really clear with the other 2 readings what it was all about. Now let's just see what it's all about with these guys. I think it is. Might be something about work, you know that? Yeah. You got a lot of, you had some 2 3s come up, which is interesting. So, here's the clarifiers. I'll just show you. First of all, the 3 of Cups. 3 women celebrating. Again, very close in meaning to this. This is a small family celebration. This card I think of as me and my sisters. And sort of the same idea. The gal's going out for lunch, or, you know, not where you have to get a new outfit and get your hair done. Just a real nice, fun time. So that was the first card that came out. Next card that came out was also a 3. It's the 3 of Pentacles, and that talks about group work. Talks about being fairly compensated for a job well done. You're not going to make a bunch of money, but you're going to be able to handle it and perform accordingly, and you will be compensated. So fair's fair. And the last card is the 9 of Swords, and the 9 of Swords literally talks about losing sleep. So what do I think it all means? All right, let me get them all lined up here. So right off the bat, you've been doing some searching all by yourself. This is not something somebody can help you with. It almost feels like a job interview, right? Go ahead, take your mother to your job interview. See how that goes. And perhaps the King of Cups or the King of Coins is maybe not your spouse. Maybe he's your boss. Maybe he's the person that holds the key to this, whatever you've been pondering. And the reason I think it's something like work, the Pentacles is probably the first surefire reason, but also these Wands. And this is competition, so maybe you are truly competing for something. And it might not be as concrete as a job. Maybe it really is you just trying to let your light shine and let the boss know, or the supervisor know, or the client know that you can get it done. You know. And so then we had, in the end, whoops, there will be reason to celebrate. And the clarifiers sort of reinforce that. They say, this is a job you can handle. You're not going to be overwhelmed, but you're not also going to have to do things, you know, there's no big risk here. You're not going to have to risk it all to make money, you know. And again, there's that celebration with women. Maybe it's a job that will involve women, or maybe it's doing something for women that will help. And I think this is just how we are. This little card talks about our monkey mind, in my mind. Lots of times we can't sleep because we can't turn it off. And I really do not feel any anxiety in the rest of these cards. So again, well, it just fell on the floor. So I guess that was a mistake. It shouldn't have been in that reading anyhow, because I don't see that in this reading at all. I'm not sure if that anxiety that is represented in that card is just you playing mind games with yourself. Be confident. You're the guy. You got your own light. Even in the dark, you can find your way out. You got this. So I'm not sure what that anxiety was about. And if you're having that and not sleeping, chuck it on the floor like I did. Anyways, Ruby Reds, I don't think you should be afraid of a little competition. I think if you rise up to the competition, there's a celebration. Anyways, that was good. And maybe the sun's going to come out now and I can go outside. And thank you for subscribing, people that I don't know. I'm having a blast. I hope you are. And if you want to get notified of these crazy little videos without me having to track you down, just subscribe. And then I'll pop right up when I post them. And you won't miss any of this world-altering fun. Anyways, I love the rest of you that are related to me, because that's my fan base. And I look forward to, I got a big finish today. I look forward to seeing you again when the spirit next moves me.